Chapter 1, Grand Fudge System. I am leaving, he said to his parents. As usual, Hu Feng started jogging at night. On the starry night, a beam of light crossed the sky. As if searching for the target, the light turned slightly and rushed straight to his mouth. Ah! He thought it was a flying bug, but before he had time to react, the light disappeared into his mouth. What have I just eaten? A firefly. Slightly shocked, Hu Feng felt that he was really unlucky tonight. Detected intelligent life. Analysis of communication language completed. System finding. Deep in his mind, a mechanical monotonous electronic synthesis sound came over. Hu Feng understood that he had an adventure now, just like the protagonists in novels. System, what is your name? What can you do? After being normal for more than 10 years, he finally got a legendary cheat system. He was very excited. System full name, Grand Fudge System. There's no upper limit on the system function. The higher the host's ability, the more fudge value the host collects, and the stronger the system functions. Hu Feng felt confused. System, you should introduce your own role a little easier. The host needs to exert his imagination, making people believe what they imagine and create. According to the degree of public belief, the system can harvest different amount of mental power from them, which is also the fudge value. As long as you use enough fudge value, the host can create and kill anything, even become omnipotent. For example, the dinosaurs on the host's planet have long become extinct. Assuming that the host uses fudge values and creates a living Tyrannosaurus in downtown area, thus convincing people that the dinosaurs are not completely extinct. This is a successful fudging event. Grand Fudge System slowly explained. I understand. You want me to deceive or fool people, then convince people that everything I do is real, and break their inherent cognition of reality. Hu Feng said. You're right. But I have a question. How many fudge values do I have now? In the face of Hu Feng's question, the system in his mind was slightly stagnant, and there was no answer. SSSSS. The next second, a faint blue light curtain appeared in front of his eyes. Grand Fudge System. Host, Hu Feng age, 18. Fudge value, 10.00. Only 1,000 fudge values. Please check again, it's not 1,000, but only 10. Hu Feng was silent for a moment. After a while, he came out of his trance and asked. How can I do with only 10? 10 points allow you to create any weak supernatural phenomena in the region of a total of no more than 300 square kilometers. The specific consumption depends on the specific things you create. The system answered. 300 square kilometers? 140 football fields are only 1 square kilometer. It's really big. After a shock, Hu Feng began to wonder what to do. These 10 points were his starting capital. He must not reveal himself in the initial incident when he fudged the public, so he couldn't start in the small county town where he lived. Secondly, he must accurately break people's inherent cognition, and let them believe that what he created really existed in this world. Things like supernatural phenomena should be big enough to be unable to be controlled by the state, and should spread quickly. Hu Feng had already thought about it. He would fool people on the internet. Last but not the least, he now had very few points, which could only be used to create some faint supernatural phenomena. He shouldn't make it too big. He should start from a small thing and make a supernatural phenomena that scares people. He had to think it thoroughly though. He cannot afford to make any mistakes. Otherwise, even if he still had such a grand fudge system, it would be useless without fudge values. Thinking of this, Hu Feng was in no mood to jogging at night. He simply returned home directly. He locked the door from inside, drew the curtains, and turned on the computer. He used the search engine repeatedly to develop plans for his future implementation. Because he just had the college entrance examination, it's now the summer vacation. He also had plenty of time to think. a total of 48 hours. After staying in his room for a long time, he finally had a rough plan. That is, consume the fudge points to create faint supernatural phenomena of haunting. Should I let the ghosts appear in the public, or let the police in the Public Security Bureau directly encounter ghosts? It's conceivable that in this era, if such a strange phenomenon appeared and multiple victims testified, with the help of the media, it might make it to the top 10 searches. Once it became popular, even if only a small number of netizens believed that ghosts did exist in the world. Considering the huge number of Chinese netizens, he could definitely get tons of fudge values. However, this ghostly scheme is good, but the specific layout needs to be considered. Holding his chin, Hu Feng became silent. Hello, I am Andy Lau. I recommend you a super fun game, Explore the Moon. Panda N0VE1, the new version that you haven't played. Playing 3 minutes, you will love this game, just like me. Join this game, and I will be your partner. Just surfing the internet, a game advertisement showed up on the screen. Hu Feng suddenly came up with an idea. Hu Feng suddenly stood up. Even for primary school students, they could play a variety of games. Especially for mobile games, it would be more popular. Create a mobile game and then transfer it to the leaderboards of major app platforms. Players could easily download this game. Once the player tried this game, they would soon encounter the same spiritual phenomena as the mobile game in reality. At that time, even those who believed in the materialist worldview for a lifetime wouldn't doubt that the ghosts around them were illusory. They would be afraid of the ghosts in mobile games that had entered reality. Hu Feng understood that it was very easy for ghosts to appear around a netizen as long as he consumed fudge values. But there was a problem. Now, with only 10 points, it was impossible to make all Chinese players download this game. But he was only annoyed for a moment. I am really stupid. I just have to limit this mobile game to appear only in a Chinese city, and it can only be downloaded by the players in that city. Hu Feng scratched his head. Opening a Word document, Hu Feng began to write down the plan he had come up with. The game itself is also a key element of making a big fuss. I need to take advantage on this. For example, build a multiplayer mobile game, and let the players team up to catch ghosts. Or build a forum inside the mobile game, so players can also communicate there. Sometimes, fear comes not only from what you see, but also the atmosphere. I only have 10 points. Creating a game, making it appear in a city, and guaranteeing that it will not be attacked by hackers will cost me more than half of the points. It's destined that only single-digit players can actually encounter ghosts. But if the player who encounters a ghost asks for help in the game's forum, won't other players have the same feeling and think more? Hu Feng thought. The time went on. The next day, Hu Feng, who had completed his plan, started communicating with the system. After a long time of thinking, he had already confirmed the city that the game would be implemented. It's the megacity with a permanent population of more tens of millions. Shanghai, it had the Huangpu River, the Oriental Pearl, and the nickname of the Magic City. Grand Fudge System, how should I use the fudge values now to realize my plan? You only need to imagine, then consume the values as an energy source.